Well, it's Healthy Heart Month, and it's a time to prioritize taking care of your heart health. I was in the kitchen helping you prioritize the right fats for your heart. One of the most effective ways to protect your heart is by prioritizing the right kinds of fats in your diet. Choosing a low-fat diet doesn't make you or your heart healthier. It truly does matter the types of fat that you eat. And so to explain this, I'm going to refer to the different types of fat as the good, the bad, and the ugly, reminiscent of Clint Eastwood. And the good guys are right in front of me, the polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fat, or MUFAs and PUFAs. They lower your bad cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and we'll get to a fun recipe in just a second, but first we have to talk about the other guys here on the table. The bad guys are what we call saturated fats, and so they're solid at room temperature, and they are typically from an animal. So you have whole milk, sour cream, or anything that's high fat dairy, cream cheese, or even, high fat cottage cheese, and cheese as well. And typically the white cheeses like mozzarella are higher in protein, lower in fat. And then bacon, or anything that's really high in fat, like even beef, ground beef, that is higher in fat content, is going to be a better source of saturated fat. So when I say bad, I kind of use that relatively. So we can hang out with them sometimes, but maybe don't let them corrupt us. And we would like to really replace a lot of these saturated fats with our good fats, like nuts and seeds and olive oil and avocado oil. Over here we have the ugly guys, so we don't really want to even be seen to take a picture with these guys because they're so ugly they're going to ruin your picture, right? So they're going to be anything that's really deep fat fried, so Whataburger. Now, trans fats was banned in the US, and we're looking for partially hydrogenated oils, and there's still in some cases going to be on your nutrition facts label. So carb balanced tortillas, or tortillas in general, will have some partially hydrogenated oils, which this brand does, and that is going to mean that you still have trace amounts of trans fats, and this increases your risk for heart disease by 23% if you eat a lot of trans fat. So we want to limit these or avoid these as much as possible. So back to the good guys, ended on a high note. We have salmon tacos that I'm gonna make for you. And I made these the salmon in my air fryer, so you're already cutting back on a lot of the added fats, and that's going to cut back on some of your calories. And we want to season them with maybe low sodium. That's also really good for your heart as well. So I'm just adding these salmon straight onto some corn tortillas, which is going to be high in fiber, also really good for your heart and lowering your LDL. And so that looks delicious already. And then I'm also going to add plants. So the more plants, the more fiber, the better. So I've got beans, I've got bell peppers, I've got some tomatoes as well. So it's kind of like a little salsa, if you will. And we're gonna add that all together on there. And then of course, finish with a little sprig of lime. Little bit of lime and serve, and it is delicious. So prioritize the good fats, replace the bad fats with your good fats, and try to avoid at all costs the ugly fats, your trans fats. If you have a question or topic that you would like me to cover, you can ask the dietitian at pressreleases@ktbs.com.